The lion is the king of beasts in Africa. Being a king is not something you can do casually. The lion also relies on himself and the team to soar all the way. The lion in the process of hard work. They will also be injured and killed painfully. Leo is good at picking out sick people and target vulnerable prey. This Savannah cat's kittens were spotted by a lion. Kittens don't know what fear is. The female cat has run into the bushes. Under the continued provocation of the kitten, the lioness rushed over and bit the kitten. The kitten still looks dissatisfied, but soon the kitten was killed by a lion. Lions usually don't eat their own kind, but when hunger or territorial disputes arise, may cause them to behave in unusual ways. The ruling lion was overthrown and fucked by 4 lions. Although he hasn't given up yet, but his end is to wait for death and be eaten by the same kind, even though the hippopotamus is several times bigger than him. Lions hunting at night quickly catch up with hippos. But killing prey is not easy. After the lions attack the hippopotamus, on the contrary, it makes the hippopotamus stronger. The hippo started to fight back and suddenly bit the lion's head. Hold on tight and won't let go. The low-key beast no longer pretends to be. The tank-like body began to run at high speed. Prey escapes. Lions failed. The badly injured lion died the next morning. The lion is hunting a buffalo. Buffalo is not easy for lions to hunt. What's more, there is only one lion. This lion hunting alone was probably starving. The lion's head is scarred. Need to rest and regain strength. The lion gets up and attacks again, hugging the buffalo's thigh. The lion rests again and then attacks again. After a retaliatory attack by a buffalo companion, the lion is dying. Maybe he won't die soon. A scene in Kruger National Park. This male lion strayed into the territory of these 3 male lions. Either get the territory or die here. The lion was seriously injured. Finally, the lion died. Became food for jackals. The picture is a bit scary. The lion needs to cross the river. The lion was lucky to escape. The lion is so lucky to have escaped the crocodile's mouth. Lion picked up huge prey, but the prey is too big. There's no way a lion can drag it away. The lion tries to escape back to shore. The abdomen has been injured. The wound is getting bigger and bigger. The lion is in pain. The lioness was seriously injured. Fortunately, I escaped. Lioness ends up becoming food for hounds. The pride of lions moved out, and the one responsible for the ambush began to take action. Long legs appear. Lions have been trained since childhood. The prey leaves gracefully. The lion can only watch. The hounds angered the lion when they came to snatch it. A lion targets a hunting dog and must deal with him. After catching up with him, another lion came. The hunting dogs are surrounding. The lion goes on a killing spree. Another lion comes. The fate of the hunting dog can be imagined. After a struggle, the hunting dog finally died in the lion's mouth. The lion is enjoying its prey. Suddenly a group of hunting dogs appeared to grab food. The lion still wants to continue eating, but the hunting dogs keep harassing it. Finally, under the constant harassment of hunting dogs, lion faces hounds. The opponent's dogs are numerous and powerful. The lion had to give up. The hunting dogs can have a good meal. Lion prey is often taken away by hunting dogs. The lions are angry. Lion found a small hunting dog angry. The angry lion began to attack the small hound with revenge. The beagle tries to resist. The lion bit his neck hard. This hunting dog stole a lion's prey. The lion kept following him. Finally waiting for the opportunity, 2 lions killed the thief. Hunting dogs became their food. This lion catches a hunting dog. The lion holds on tightly. The hunting dog did not give up its desperate struggle. In the end, the hounds found a way to survive. This lioness was targeted by hounds. The lioness started to run away. A pack of hounds are in hot pursuit. Finally, the lioness climbed up the tree. Protect yourself and the baby in your belly. They are safe in trees. Hunting dogs will not climb trees. These hunting dogs surrounded a lion and angered the lion. Even hunting dogs dare not act without permission. A lion can't wait to kill a cushion first. After snatching many times, this hunting dog finally locked by the lion. I won't let it go this time. In the end, the hunting dog died in the lion's mouth. The hunting dog's hind legs were seriously injured. When he was out alone, he met a lion. 3-legged hunting dog being chased by a lion. Run away desperately, faced with the screams of the hunting dogs. The lion finally lost interest. This hunting dog was not so lucky. It became lunch for the 3 lions. The little hound was abandoned, picked up by a passing lion. The lion took it away. Every powerful animal also has a fragile side. Like the lion, the king of beasts, there are also experiences of injury and painful death. Did the lion get your tears and sympathy? How messy is the tiger enclosure? This tigress discovered that her husband was riding to boats. In anger, treat others in their own way. He actually fell in love with 3 male tigers at the same time, but she was hunted by her husband for 2 years. The story has bizarre twists and turns. The tigress's name is Sundali, known as one of the most beautiful tigresses in history. Maybe we are still unfamiliar with this name, but we should all know about his mother. It's Machili, who singled out a 50-meter-long crocodile, one of the most female tigers in history. Sundali kicked her mother out of the territory 3 years ago. Even his 2 sisters can't compete with him. In the end, Machili's property was monopolized by this guy, become the richest beau in Stamberg. But the queen was not happy, because she never had children. Generally speaking, tigresses should give birth before they are 4 years old. But he is 5 years old and still hasn't given birth. There must be something wrong with this. His sister Kigzuna already had a child, and living near Sundali territory. You want to say it's her husband's fault. Naksuna shouldn't have children either, because her husband Xingxing has 2 boats. The other one is his sister Xuna. Xuna's 3 children. It's already ready for soy sauce. The stars are patrolling the territory. At 8 years old, he lives a very fulfilling life, wandering among sisters. But recently he rarely goes to see Sundali. Maybe it's because Sundali couldn't get pregnant for a long time. It may also be that Xuna gave birth to 3 children for him. His focus is on his children. In the process of patrolling the territory, the orangutan takes a dip from time to time. Smells like buttered popcorn. Just when the orangutan is intoxicated, Sundali left the territory, entering the territory of the male tiger Saline. His purpose here is very simple, just to see if there is a chance of getting pregnant. Male tiger Saline has a very keen sense of smell. Far away, he smelled the scent of tigress Sundari. Salim knew that this was an invitation from Sundali, so this guy prepared to go to the appointment without hesitation. It's very risky, because once Sundali's husband finds out, it's not just Sundali who will get a beating. Saline will also face revenge from the orangutans, but Sundali can't control that much anymore. Not pregnant for 3 years, he felt it was the orangutan's problem. When Sundali comes home, he found the orangutan taking a bath. In order not to make the orangutan suspicious, Sundali acted extremely affectionate. But the stars have just left. He will immediately run to Saline for a date. This kind of life has passed for more than half a year. Until this day, Sundali comes to Sarin again. Only then did I realize that I wasn't the only one with a secret. There were actually 2 little tigresses besides Saline. Please don't misunderstand. Saline is actually a single father. 2 tiger cubs were discovered in Shoinglan Rock half a year ago. These 2 tiger cubs look hungry. After 2 days of observation, it is judged that the mother of these 2 tiger cubs must have had an accident. So the rangers put out some food and water, brought a little life to these 2 tiger cubs. But it's still dangerous here. The hunting dogs might kill them. At the same time, you may also be attacked by Xiongmu Saline. What the staff did not expect was that, after Saline discovered them, he not only did not attack, instead, he began to take good care of them. So Saline should be their father. This male tiger can be proud, because he really appreciates having children. With Saline's protection, 2 tiger cubs have a bright future. And today Sundali came to see him. Saline was caught off guard. Saline let out a roar, warned Sundali not to come near. But Sundali is not a timid tigress. He ignored Salin's growl and continued on. The young tiger looked back at his father at a loss. Dad Saline stared ahead and kept growling. On one side is my own child. On one side is my lover. What choice will this single father make? Tigress Sundali is ready to attack. Saline asked the child to stay put, walking towards Sundali step by step, confronting an angry Salim. Sundali could only kneel down to show his surrender. 2 tiger cubs are hiding not far away. They do not know. How will Dad treat this uninvited guest? Although there was no conflict, but Saline made her attitude clear. That means staying away from my children. Sundari got it. In Saline's heart, she is not the most important. Such a blow is merciless to him. Husband Xingxing and his sister have a child. The focus is no longer on him. And in order to have a child, he chose to interact with Saline frequently. Now Saline's attitude makes him feel frustrated. The high and mighty queen around. Self-esteem takes a critical hit of 10,000 points. He left the central area of Stambo. The rights and status I once fought for with my life. It's not important now. The crew had never seen anything like this before. No one would have thought. Sundali will give up everything he owns. Just that lonely back. It will give people a feeling of heartache. Until a year later, Sundali appears on camera again. This is Stamper's fringe area. But what is gratifying is that Sundali is no longer alone. He has 3 4-month-old cubs with him. 2 males and 1 female. And the danger is approaching quietly. His ex-husband Xingxing is here. The stars can smell Sundari's scent. At the same time, there was another aura that made him angry. He would tear 3 tiger cubs apart without hesitation. Facing the stars approaching step by step, Sonali chose to lead him to the top of the hill, almost beyond the scope of the lens. A couple fighting at this level. The filming crew did not dare to approach easily. After the battle, both the orangutan and Sundali are still alive, but Sundali was seriously injured. His front paws and there are varying degrees of puncture wounds on the body, but he didn't have any time to cultivate. Now he has to find the child immediately. Ah, 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 ah. Sundali didn't rest for almost 2 days. Emperor Tian pays off his conscientious people. 3 tiger cubs appeared in his field of vision. The family is finally reunited. But Sundali can't rest now. He knows the stars won't give up. Must leave immediately with 3 children. It is regrettable. This escape experience is not easy to record. The results of the shooting are also regrettable. Sundali did not survive in the end, possibly due to wound infection. It may also be due to accidentally entering a human habitation area. It is now impossible to verify. 3 tiger cubs become orphans. But the interesting thing is, these 3 tiger cubs are Salin's children. And these 3 tiger cubs are in his territory. At this time, Celine had already taken the 2 previous tiger cubs. He was raised, and now he is a lonely widow again. Will this big bastard continue to be a single father? Raising his and Sundali's 3 children became an unknown thing. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Contrary to popular belief, hunting dogs are actually very good hunters. In the Serengeti ecosystem, persimmons are about 50% food. Snatched it from the hunting dogs. The hunting dogs took back most of their food. It's not surprising, because hundreds of hunting dogs, it's impossible to rely solely on the scraps of dozens of adult lions. Leftovers survive. The lioness in the picture, stealing the food from the hunting dogs. And the hunting dogs around me seemed very unwilling to do so. They constantly use their cries to call for support. Want to take back his own food from the lioness. They say that a pack of hounds is not afraid of a lone lioness. You can bully the lonely lioness. In fact, nothing is absolute. There are always some individual lionesses with lion-like. The momentum dares to confront the hunting dogs. Do a group of hunting dogs dare to attack a lone lioness? In fact, it depends on whether there is a hunting dog queen in the group. Take the lead in impact. It is very important. Whether you dare to take the lead in restraining. Do other hunting dogs dare to bite the lioness from behind? Also very important. Usually hunting dogs see lions. They all act cowardly. It's too rare to dare to stand up to a lion. But if you are really tough, there is a high probability that you can win. But all hunting dogs cherish their lives. This is the same as for people. Who is not afraid of death? Clearly this lioness is no ordinary creature. Face in quantity. When a pack of hunting dogs occupies an absolute advantage, it didn't show any panic. The momentum and determination on the spot are very stable. This is also a hunting dog group. Another reason why we dare not launch an attack rashly. In fact, this kind of thing does not mean which side must be stronger or which side must be weak. Don't worry too much about face at this critical moment. If you let your guard down, your life may be gone. At the same time, I also think this lioness is very smart, because it knows to retreat when it is full. You know what it means to give up when you're done. After all, no matter what, he has no companions around him. Staying for a long time will undoubtedly increase your own safety risks. Harmony is spring breeze. Blow open the door to happiness. Peace is spring rain. Extinguish the beacon of war. A peaceful end to this confrontation. It's also what we expect. If I say, this is not a bird, do you think I'm kidding? But it's not really a bird. When Crested Tree Swallow's father lifts his apron, we can find his child down there. Hey, what did I say? This is not 1 bird, but 2 birds. Then the question comes, is the Crested Tree Swallow also a problem in the bird world? Then you may have read it wrong again. Not only is there a baby bird hidden under his apron, and there is also a very unique hidden one. The diameter of the bird's nest is only 3.8 centimeters. What concept? The diameter of a dollar coin is 3 cm. Is the square of this bird's nest a little small? I can't help it, the house is so expensive. It would be nice to have a small house. Crested Tree Swallow's mother is back from get off work. A pretty real girl. But you should look for something like this to live your life. Dressed up in a flashy way. It's not something we can control. The couple will take turns going out to hunt for food. One of them wants to take care of the kids at home. After all, the house is so small. A small typhoon might knock the house down. The tree swallow couple will only lay 1 egg at a time. After all, where are the family conditions? If there are too many babies, there will be no place to put them. Right, it ended up being a bit tight. But this young couple stays together through thick and thin. No matter what kind of weather we encounter, they will keep changing the mix. When the rain pours down on your head and face, ye's father may feel sorry for ye's mother. Take the initiative to take care of your children. Because of the influence of heavy rain, the Shuyan couple did not catch any food for 2 days. They must go out at the same time after the rain stops. Tree goose chicks guard home alone for the first time. This will be very dangerous. But this guy has a passive skill. That's disguise. As long as he doesn't move, then he himself will think that he is a tree trunk. This passive skill has a very long cooldown. Mom and dad are back. This guy is still pretending. Relatively speaking, this family of 3 is quite happy. If you don't believe it, let's look at another one. This hornbill's father's eyes are red from exhaustion. Don't look at this guy's dress. It's a bit unconventional. He's a family man. In the next for months, this super dad will support the family on his own. My wife has joined the family since the day of the wedding. There is an unwritten rule in the hornbill world. After marriage, female hornbills cannot show their faces casually. Important reasons for not going out. Because the mother hornbill has no clothes on. Maybe you in front of the screen are starting to act like gangsters again. Xiaoyi, you are talking nonsense here again. There's really no nonsense this time. She really has no clothes on. Mother hornbills shed their feathers when they become pregnant. Used to lay birds' nests. Give the chicks the most comfortable environment for growth. Because the entrance to the bird's nest is almost completely sealed. New bird mother feels bored. I can only put my mouth out to get some air. The new bird father needs to keep hunting to support his family. As a result, I couldn't even enter the house. But this does not affect their feelings. Hornbill couples stay together for life. When they lose their partner, will not eat or drink, flying non-stop in the air and constantly chirping, until the end of starvation or exhaustion. So people told them to invite more birds. The new father bird flies to the nest several times a day, and the purpose of coming back every time is to pay living expenses. He will temporarily store the fruit in his throat pouch. I bring back about 100 pieces of fruit each time. The hornbill father has to spit it out one by one. Feed it to your wife. Then there is a wife to feed the chicks. Dad hornbill has been doing this job for more than 10 years. So when he passes the food around, very precise control. Just make mistakes occasionally to support my wife and children. New bird dad is under a lot of pressure. Fruit nutrition alone is far from enough. So he stole a baby owl. This stuff is high in protein. My mind is blown. My wife was already yelling curses inside. What do you think you can do in a day? The nest is 30 meters above the ground. You might be in danger if you go down to pick it up. New bird dad has no choice. I can only go out and steal again. The new mother bird was so hungry at home that her eyes were filled with tears. But the new bird dad is very capable. Soon he stole another one. And this one is pretty big. Being too big is also a problem. The door gap is a bit narrow. It seems like I can't get it in, and there's no other way. You can only use it as much as possible, and it will crush the food. Or not. I quietly told my wife that there was a mole to terminate the transaction. But the new bird dad won't give up easily. Finally succeeded. Mother owl has fainted in the toilet from crying. Because I believe in my father's continuous efforts. Only my wife and children can be nourished. As for the wives and children of other animals, it's not something he should consider. Is there a problem with stealing other people's children? To raise your own. Aren't you afraid of retaliation for doing this? Of course, I'm afraid. So why is their door welded shut? Only one cat eye left. This may be the reason.